What's up guys, my name is Zev and welcome to the video. So in today's video guys, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite meals that I usually like to consume that is high in protein and also high in calories. It is super simple to make. I'm going to share with you guys how to prepare the meal and also how to cook it. Plus it is not time consuming. Even if you're a person who doesn't know how to cook, like on my side, you will still be able to pull it off. Also the ingredients are very affordable. Like it's just a very simple meal, but it is dense in calories and also it is dense in protein. Like I told you guys in the past videos that I'll be sharing with you guys the meals that I consume that are high in protein and also high in calories. So today's video is one of them. I'm going to share with you guys step by step on how to make the meal, how to prepare it, and also how to cook it. Anyways, but the first thing, we have to head out to the gym for some gains. So I usually suggest your first exercise when it comes to training your shoulders, it should be something which trains your side delts, because when you're doing, like, let's say for instance bench press, okay, you're basically also training your front delts. On my opinion, I think that's the best way. So starting with something which like maybe shoulder press or military press, it's just gonna be the same thing because you'll still be training your front delts. Because before I used to start with a machine press or dumbbell press, but I figured that when I do that, when it comes to the time me using any exercises that is concerning my side delts, I start doing it while I'm already, like, I don't have enough energy. So what I figured is that it's better for me to start with anything that includes my side delts, then I can go maybe to my traps or my rear delts, my front delts. Okay guys, now let me show you the ingredients, what I use for the meal and everything. Okay, now starting with the vegetables, we only have like 5 vegetables, okay? We have onions, we have carrots, we have green pepper, we have green peas, and also we have garlic. Now I'm gonna break it down to you, okay? For the onions, it is very simple. I just decided to cut them into small cubes, like small pieces, kinda like small cubes, but you can just cut them however you want, you know. For the carrots, I decided to grind them. So basically the onions, carrots, garlic, and green pepper, I'm going to use them while I'm cooking my chicken. Now for the garlic, I usually try to crush them, then I combine with the chicken with the rest of the vegetables while I'm cooking the chicken. Now for the green peas, I usually try to combine green peas with my rice. Like, I don't want to eat just boring rice. Me bulking up doesn't mean that I have to eat boring meal. No, bro. That's not the case. Your meal can always be delicious, at the same time have vibrant colors while you're still bulking, you know. So bulking up doesn't mean that you should always eat crappy foods. So that is the part for the vegetables. Super easy, super simple. Like you can see guys, all the ingredients and the foods are natural. I'm not a big fan of using a lot of chemicals or processed foods while I'm trying to make my meals. I usually try my level best to have natural, healthy foods. So that is for the vegetables part, okay? Now, the most important part, the source of protein. On my side, I always believe chicken breast, it is one of the best source of protein out there. As a matter of fact, on my side, I think it is the best source of protein out there because not only it's affordable, but also it has a lot of protein per gram. For example, 100 grams of chicken breast is going to give you roughly 30 grams of protein, which is a lot, man. Like, which is freaking a lot. Because comparing maybe chicken breast with, let's say for instance, beef, okay? Roughly 100 grams of beef is going to give you around 20 grams of protein. Plus, most of the time, beefs are kind of expensive. So that is why on my side, I think chicken breast, it is one of the best source of protein out there. Now for this meal particularly, I'm aiming around 80 grams of protein. So for the chicken breast, I'm having around 200 grams of chicken breast, which gives me roughly 60 grams of protein. Now to fill up my protein gap, I'm getting some eggs. I'm consuming 3 eggs, where roughly I'm getting almost 20 grams of protein just from eggs. So in total, combining chicken breast and the eggs, I'm getting almost 80 grams of protein just from these 2 foods. And for the eggs, I'm getting even more nutrients and vitamins just from eggs. So it is just like a very healthy source of protein for this meal. Now, done with the protein, now we're heading to the source of carbohydrates. Now for the carbohydrates, like I said before, I'm going to be consuming rice. But I won't just be consuming plain rice. I'll be combining my rice with the green pears. It's going to add some pop of color. Also considering the carrots and the green pepper, which I'm going to combine it with my chicken breast. It's also going to, add some pop of color. So that's basically it, super easy to make. Like, bro, even if you don't know how to cook, anybody can make this food. It is super easy to make. Now, one thing when it comes to the chicken breasts, you can just cut them whatever you want, maybe into cubes, maybe into simple slices. But one thing which I usually like to do, I usually like not grinding them, but just cutting them. I try to cut them into tiny pieces. I feel like it's easy for me to eat a lot of chicken breasts while I cut my chicken breast in that way. Plus, I just feel like even while I'm chewing, just makes things easier. So that's how I usually like to cut my chicken breast. Now for the eggs, pretty simple. I just make scrambled eggs and I combine with my rice and chicken, and that's it, super easy. Now for the spices, it's something which you can do if you want to, but also it's not a must. It depends with what you like. But spices can really make your food taste more delicious. So for the spices, I'm gonna get this black pepper, ground black pepper. That is my first spice. And for the second spice, which is my favorite, man, it's curry sauce. It's like curry sauce cubes. This is one of the best spices which I usually recommend. Now this in particular, I live in China, so if you're in China too, you can try to check out this spice. It is so delicious, man. It's like a curry sauce spice, but I usually like to use it in my chicken breast. It is super delicious. But again, it doesn't have to be only this spice. Any spice, whatever you add, any curry sauce spice, you can just try to combine it in your chicken breast, and it's really gonna taste delicious. So anyways, that is everything about the food. Now let me show you guys how to make it, how I usually make my food, step by step, like super easy to make, like I said. And yeah, now let's start making the food, and we will see the end products.
Before you start cooking anything, make sure you put the rice and the peas in the rice cooker. At the time which you're done cooking the chicken and the eggs, your rice also should be done. Okay, so this is how you're gonna make the meal. First thing, put some oil in your frying pan or any kind of pot that you use to make your food, and put your garlic, green pepper and onion in the frying pan. Make sure the fire is not too high, somewhere in the middle should work. Make sure your onions, garlic and your green pepper have golden or brownish color. Just make sure to not burn it, and also just make sure the fire is not very high. After that, just put your chicken into the frying pan. Make sure you add some salt and any spices. I would suggest mainly some pepper. I actually decided to twist. Instead of me using the black pepper, I'm using this Chinese spicy. It's also kind of a pepper. I personally love it, so I added that one. So basically, after you finished cooking your onions, green pepper and garlic, put the chicken and put some salt and some other spices, but don't add any curry sauce. The curry sauce will be added later while you're almost finishing cooking the chicken. This whole process should take around 4 to 5 minutes. So after that, let's add some carrots into the frying pan. Now, I usually like to put carrots as my last vegetable because I don't like when carrots are cooked perfectly. I like when there is a little bit of crunchiness in my carrots. That is why I usually put my carrots as the last vegetable. Then after putting your carrots, you can add your curry sauce. Just make sure that your curry sauce melts completely so that you can be able to mix with the whole chicken and everything. Now, after you put your carrots and the curry sauce, you should cook around 4 to 5 minutes for the whole chicken to be ready. Now for the eggs, just make some simple scrambled eggs. This should be very easy to make. And that's it guys. The whole process took me around 10 to 15 minutes. The total amount of calories in this meal, it is 1100 calories, and the total number of protein, it's 80 grams of protein. Try it out and tell me what you think in the comment section down below. And also, if you like this kind of content, then you can consider pressing the subscribe button. It's gonna help your boy out, and we can grow the channel together. Thanks for watching guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.